My name is Casey Hicks, and we are at Fruits of Labor Cafe and Bakery in Beckley, West Virginia. Fruits of Labor is a cafe/bakery. We also have a pizzeria and coffee shop downstairs. So we hire specifically people with substance abuse disorder who are in recovery, also at-risk youth.
My name is Jessica Walton, and we are at the Raynell Fruits of Labor. Tammy kind of had a vision with helping people in recovery that came in, and then she started opening cafes, started a program of training women in recovery to help get them skills to get them back into the workforce. The training is not only just food, it's relationships, it's how to communicate with employers. It's just so amazing the broad spectrum that she covers with this program.
Well, that's half your problem. What? We've really kind of created this space where it's safe. Be ourselves, to find ourselves, to be able to feel feelings that we haven't felt in a long time and be okay. It also, I've seen it build so many people's confidence because they're not only receiving training, but they're gaining responsibility along the way. And when you're given that responsibility and you succeed at it, it changes something in you. Like, you start to believe in yourself, which we don't always do when we're in active addiction.
So I go to rehab, come out, think everything's great, relapse, and relapse. Get clean again and relapse again. Like I said, I think it's 2015, I came to Tammy's program. That's when things started to click for me. She showed us here compassion, love. She believed in us and trusted us out of the gate, day one. Yes, you're allowed in the cash register. She has this way about her of making you feel like a person. And she just doesn't know what she does to people. She might, but I don't think she understands. I started back working here. I had been in jail for a year, so I had 1 year clean in jail, which is kind of hard to do in jail. I've been out for almost a year, and it was at the cusp of what are you going to do? Are you going to stay clean, or are you going to go back down that road? And I was at that gate, and she called just in the nick of time, and I was like, I don't have to make that decision. I can stay clean here, because this is an environment that promotes that recovery, that helps me stay on track, holds me accountable, things like that. So I've been here, this February will be 4 years. I'll have 6 years clean. So it's amazing. And without this place, I don't think I would have the recovery that I have.
I left for rehab in March of 22, March 10th of 22. That is my sobriety date. I was at a point in my life where if I didn't change, I was going to lose everything. I had already lost so much. I have 3 kids, so I was not being the best mother. I have personally struggled with addiction since I was probably 16. And it started off with just pot, alcohol, all the things that high schoolers do to be cool. It only took a few years before I found meth, and I ended up catching a couple of felonies in 2015. I got sober. I did drug court. I stayed sober for almost 3 years. And then I relapsed, and it was like I had never gotten clean. Like it was, it went straight back to it. It had never changed, and it was worse. So I ended up at Seed Sower in Dawson. I stayed there for about 13 months, and in that time period is when I came to Fruits of Labor. I'm coming up on 20 months of sobriety, and I couldn't have imagined for a second that I would be where I am now. Yeah.
I had 10 years in drug addiction, got in trouble with the law, lost my kids. Thankfully, my parents were able to take them while I was getting into recovery. It took several different tries, and then when we got in trouble, the way they treated me was like I was never going to get clean. I was never going to get my kids. I had to stand up in court and say, I am a IV methamphetamine user. It was horrible. Why did I have to do that in court? And I just felt like I was losing from the beginning, especially with CPS. My lawyer basically said, you have to do what they say or you're not going to get anywhere with them. They pushed, but they didn't follow through. They would be like, okay, you have to do this, but we're not going to help you do this.
My youngest daughter just turned 7. And then I have an 11-year-old boy and another 12-year-old girl. I also had a CPS case. And at the time when that case was opened, of course I wasn't sober. But because I wasn't sober, I was treated like I was a monster, like I didn't care about my kids. They told me, well, I just needed to be better, but they didn't tell me how I needed to be better. They didn't provide me with opportunity to be better. And so I got worse because I felt helpless. And like I said, when I hit that final low point, when I hit my rock bottom, I was like, nobody's gonna help me, so I have to help myself. And that was hard. But I knew I had to, so I did, and I've stuck with it. And now I do have my kids back in my life. They don't live with me currently, but I do get to see them often. I talk to my youngest daughter every day. And they get to see me be the mom that they used to know.
My mom has my kids. I have a son who is 12 and a daughter who's 14. She's amazing, and she has seen my struggles. She sees what I do now here, and she takes part of these girls. She's just as passionate about recovery as I am, and she's not in recovery. Her and Tammy have a special relationship, and she's grew up here, and it's amazing what this program has been able to reconnect us as a family.
A lot of the employees here do have kids. This place is very family friendly. I know a lot of places say that, but then they don't end up being super family friendly. But they support us. We have people with CPS cases. We have people who are in custody battles. So those kids are also caught in the crossfire of our lives. But when we're here, we have an opportunity to push forward, and not only for ourselves, but for them. And it's been really great to have that support as well. Tammy will go to court for you if you ask her to. She's 100% about that. So we have this whole other side of fruits of labor that is going to be growing, and I really can't wait for that. I can't wait.
Tammy's vision, is so big, and the whole agriculture program that's coming. Oh, I'm so excited about it. And it's just more layers upon layers of things that are gonna open up so many opportunities for us. So right now we're more focused on cooking, catering, different skills in that area. And to add this agriculture, maple syrup, mushroom, gardening, I mean, it's just amazing. It gives me chills. And these are things that she talked about when I first came, and I was like, that's insane. You can't do that. And then it's happening, and I'm getting to be a part of that. Woo! Yeah. It's pretty exciting. Yeah.
Gardening, a garden is the perfect allegory for my recovery. Like when you plant a seed, you always want to come back and check, and if it's not growing, you get discouraged, you know what I mean? Some people give up before there's even a sprout, but if you keep working at it and you keep watering it and you just keep it happy and healthy, then eventually you have this beautiful plant, you have this beautiful fruit that you get to, you get to harvest yourself. You get to have that for yourself, and you did that yourself, which I think is pretty beautiful. It's not only just provided employment for me, but it's helped me to see my worth and see my value because other people see it. And they don't just see it, they tell me about it. And they don't just tell me about it, they show me what I've done and the results of that. So it's been really great to see that, because it doesn't just reflect in me, it reflects in the people that have come after me, who I'm leading along the way.